Hey everyone, today we're going to make a graphic similar to this one. Let's get it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, open up Photoshop, and we're going to hit New File. And I like to export mine out at 1080 by 1350, so I like to double that in size and then export it down. Have your resolution at least 300, and just hit Create. Then we're going to import our reference image. All right. I like to make mine a little bit bigger than that, so that's why there's some edges here. Okay, what we're going to be creating is like an overlay image. You could make it for your favorite sports team, your high school sports team, your college team, whatever you'd like to make a post for. This is like an overlay. You just find the player or the person you'd want, and you can lay this over top, export it out, and make a post here. We'll show you at the end, but this is how we're going to start it. What I'm going to do is create the cutout here. So I'm going to hit P, that pen tool, and I'm just going to select these real quick. You want to be real precise. I'm just going to do it fast just to show you. All right, once you got your selection, what you're going to do is right click, go to make selection. I leave my feather radius at 0, just hit OK. Then what we're going to do is go down here, we're going to go to solid color. Click on the mask, and we're going to click invert. All right. Now we're going to change the color of the solid color here to a blue, because we're going to do something for the Bills. Well, we're going to start right there. I might change the color, but we're going to start with blue. Okay, now we want to move this to the top here, just so we can see what we're looking at. And I'm actually going to hit Command J, and I'm going to drag one to the bottom too. Okay, next we're going to import the Bill Stadium, as it looks like Yankee Stadium here in this particular reference. So File, Place Embedded, and I got a picture here. Do is place that on top of our background, and Command T will get it so you can get it quite big. And then we're going to create a clipping mask by hitting Option or Alt. And when you get this symbol here, click, and it'll just go to the image below it. Now what we want to do is Command-Shift-A to bring up Camera Raw. We're going to go to the color, and we're going to make it black and white. Go to the lighting. I like to raise the shadows. Contrast. Go to the effects. Raise the clarity a bit. Just hit OK. And the next thing we're going to do is go to the blending modes here. And I'm going to go to darken, multiply, one of these here. Overlay. I like that one. All right. I'll hit Command T there. I think I'm gonna make that a lot bigger. All right, now so we could put some writing on top. I'm going to drop the opacity of that. So it's just in the background. Around 25, 30%. Next, we're going to add the font and some text here. So I'm gonna hit T on the keyboard. You can hit T over here on your left and just click. I like to use DIN. I'm gonna use the extra bold, and I'm just gonna type free agent. Hit Command T, and we're going to scale that up. Right about there. For now. All right, then we hit Command J, and we're gonna drag that back under the layer. Double click it, and I'm gonna hit target. Type in target, I meant. And then with the free agent, we're gonna double click over here, hit the drop shadow, put the angle around 20. I mean, these are just rough estimates here. You can always change it to your liking. And then with the target selected, drag it down right around there. Okay, well, we're gonna start there. Okay, next we have these lines up here, some down here. I'm gonna make these ones like hash marks, like yard markers, being that it's for football. So what we're gonna do is hit U, or you can go over here and select the box. I'm gonna make sure my fill is white and the stroke is nothing. Okay, what I'm gonna do is come over here, make a couple lines. All right, I'm gonna hit Command J. And so move it over. Over here, hit Command J, and let's move it over. Command J, move it over. All right. And then Command J again, move it over. This one we're gonna make a little bit longer. Hit Command T, hold Shift, and then drag. Drag a little bit longer. All right, then maybe you want to put maybe 4 more on this side, maybe. So we're gonna grab the 4 below. Just gonna hit Command J. And what you want to do is drag those above that one. And you can just, with them all selected, you can move them over. And what we're gonna do to keep this organized, we're gonna select all the rectangles and we're gonna hit Command G. We're gonna call those lines 1. I'm gonna put the target back underneath the free agent text. And with those lines selected, I'm gonna hit Command T. I'm going to shrink those down to about there. That looks a lot better. All right, now what I'm gonna do is grab the lines. I'm gonna hit Command J. I'm gonna drag these back below the first lines here, the copy. I'm gonna double click those. I'm gonna name those lines 2 or bottom. All right, I'm just gonna drag these over here. Go up here, go to Edit, Transform, Flip Vertical. See if we can get these to sit a little better. Just select those. And then you can use your arrow keys to nudge those around. And just kind of get them as even as you can. I mean, or make them uneven. I mean, whatever you think looks good to you. But in my opinion, I'm going to try to make these a little more even. All right. So once you get there, we'll move on to the next step. Okay, next we're going to add in some more text. Hit T on the keyboard. And we're going to do player name. Okay, and with this one, we're going to change down the size of the font. To just regular. And we're going to shrink that down. And we're going to go that this general direction. All right, then we're going to hit Command J, drag that down below it, double click, and we're going to do position. Just drag that down, spell it right. All right, now player name, just hit Command J. And we're going to drag that one down below the position. Double click and we'll do age. And we'll move that over. All right, and then we'll maybe do where the position is. Hit Command J, drag that down below the age. Double click and we'll do maybe former team. And then let's drag that over. Maybe center the age a little better. Next, we're going to go back to the player name here, hit Command J. We'll drag that down below former team. We'll double click that and we'll do previous stats. So we'll do 2024 season stats. And we'll drag this down. Let me make that a little bit bigger. Change that from regular to bold. Maybe even center that with this. All right, get there and we'll move forward. Okay, next we're going to import an image, an example image, and then fill in some of these, and then put on some finishing touches, and that should be it. But next we're going to import the example player that we're going to use. So above this image down here, we're going to say File, Place Embedded, and we're going to use Myles Garrett. All right, I'd love to see him play for the Buffalo Bills. But right now we'll just place him there. And then so next we're just going to fill in all these examples here, and I'll come back after we do that. Okay, so what I did here with the player name, the age, I changed that from regular to light, and then I copied the name or that layer and then changed that to regular and just sized it up. And I'm going to do the same for the stats here, like tackles, sacks, and whatnot. I'll be back after that. Okay, next we're going to add some more like little graphic things. In this house, there's these squares. I'm going to put some like X's and O's, like football X's and O's. So what we're going to do is just take like the player name here, and Command J, and I will move that above all this, and I'll just hit X. And move it like over here. And now Command J, we'll get another one. Command J. All right, now we'll just select all these, Command J. And then with them selected, we'll move them over here. Like so. All right, also what I'm gonna do, these lines at the top, Command T, I want to make those even smaller. Select these ones, Command T. All right, now where these are at, I'm gonna Command J. Select, I'm gonna hit O. And we'll move that like right in here. And just Command J, drop down. All right. Now what we want to do is select all those X's and O's. Hit Command G. And we'll just name those X's and O's. All right. We're probably gonna add some more, but just so you get the point there. And we're gonna do is select all the words from from player name all the way down to the intersection 0. And we're gonna hit Command G. And we're just gonna name that stats. All right. Then we're gonna select the stadium image. We're gonna hit File, Place Embedded, and put the Bills logo here. You would put whatever team logo that you were interested in. Hit enter, and then we're gonna hold Option or Alt, and you would make a clip and mask again. So it's just to this. What you want to do, go to the blending mode, and we're gonna change that to overlay. And we're gonna drop the opacity down. Around 30%. All right, and then I'm also going to change the stadium opacity up a little. Around the same. Lastly, we're gonna load the logo to our company or business or team logo or whatever you'd like to have your image there. Shrink that down, put this up in this corner. Okay. And I added some more X's and O's here to try to, just give it some more depth and more imagery to look at. You can also add maybe like a contract here, what you think the player should offer or anything like that. You can add more stuff here, or maybe the season before, maybe fantasy points. Yeah, so that pretty much sums that up. This was a quick one today. It's an overlay that you can easily put over another image. You can switch them out if you had different ones. What you would do though, if you want to export it, so you'd save it and call it what you need to call it. Then how you'd export it, you go to File and I do export, and I do save for web legacy. And you want to choose the PNG, which will leave the transparency here. After it's done loading. And let's change the size. And, you would leave it blank for like defensive players or whatnot, And then you just hit save and then save it where you'd like to save it. All right, that pretty much sums it up. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Go Bills.